Hi, 72 Daystar, repositioning my phone there. I'm going to try a new area I haven't commented on before. It's feminism's critique of new atheism. There's been a few articles I have read recently, and it got me thinking about sort of the unrealistic expectations, I think. Well, the problem is that the interpretation of some of these writers is to take an overview of atheism, especially as represented on the internet, and to go, wow, there's lots of sexism, there's lots of really misogyny even, and I'm not going to second guess their interpretation of that, but I would like to add this context. Well, one of the main points I want to get at is the idea of what would be parity. It seems like some of the writers were suggesting, well, there are not many, I'm not exactly sure how they worded it, but there are not many well-known speakers on the topic of atheism who are women. I mean, after Ayan Hirsi Ali, it gets kind of thin, though I do have some of my favorite old YouTubers from back in the day, Peach and Cristina Rad. She was great. Wildwood Claire. They still have channels up too. I'll put links below. So they're there, but are they out of proportion? Are we not seeing as many as we might expect? Well, the thing is, in America anyways, it's a 2 to 1. It's like 68% of people who indicate themselves as atheists are guys. It's a little lower in the UK. So in the English-speaking world, we got a community that is disproportionately male. So don't be surprised when a lot of the popular speakers, representatives of that movement, turn out to be guys. Now, there's a kind of an effect that you get when you get a lot of guys together. When you get a lot of guys together, they tend to say things, do things that are more typical of guys than women. One example is aggression. Overt aggression, that is definitely something we see more among males. So, but the environment that kind of produces is probably, understandably, not very attractive to women. Another thing is that this is not just typical of males, it's especially typical of young males. And 4 in 10 atheists in America are between the ages of 18 and 29. These are young guys. And given that, it's not surprising that we see that. Now, I'm not excusing that. Please don't interpret this as a boys will be boys excuse. This criticism is, in many ways, going to be helpful in the long term if it's delivered in a fair manner. I think there has been some unfairness. Specifically, this seeming expectation that we should see some kind of gender parity. It seems to me that it's roughly, when I think of well-known female representatives of the atheist community and well-known men, I think it's about 2 to 1, and for me, that's about what I would expect. I think things will improve. As I said, it's generally a very young movement, and in a way, the stats I was looking at today made me think, hey, this is great. In a way. Here's my positive spin on it. Since 2007, basically when I started watching Thunderfoot videos, he's typical of this style and gets a lot of criticism from feminists, till 2014, people indicating that they were atheists doubled. There's a lot of positive things that we could say about that. Now, one negative thing is that it's young and it's mostly male, and they're exuding some antisocial behaviors that are more common in young male populations. What's going to take care of this? Well, more women will help take care of this. Those young men becoming older men and more mature is going to help take care of this. And I think it's a problem that will diminish as we go forward, and just the guys get more mature, and hopefully we'll see a more welcoming community, one that's not so much on trying to pwn each other as trying to have a intelligent dialogue with each other. I think that's going to be more attractive for women. So any comments or suggestions, or tell me that I'm completely off base, please comment below. 72 Day Star out.